Hey, what's up guys, Luigi Striker here, and today I am doing a coaster fight, which is something I haven't done on my channel before, but this is kind of something that somebody else did on their YouTube channel. I will put their name in the description below, so you can know who I'm kind of like basing this off of. But yeah, I'm doing a coaster fight between Steel Vengeance, and if I TP to it, not Steel Vengeance, my bad. If I TP to it, here we go. I'm doing a coaster fight between CreeperJacksons little coaster here. You might feel like right away that, oh my gosh, Steel Vengeance is gonna win, but you never know, judging by all the theming, like all the themes I did, like height, speed, duration, bars, and everything. We'll find out who is the better coaster. So without further ado, let's begin. So first category is height, and how I found out to get height, the highest coaster on my realm is King Kaka, and that is 153 blocks up. So what I did, because Steel Vengeance is 47 blocks up from the highest point of the fence here, and CreeperJacksons coaster from the highest point right here would be about, I think it was 29 blocks. So obviously Steel Vengeance has a higher score, and since I divided 47 by 153, Steel Vengeance would obviously get the higher score of 3.1 out of 10, and CreeperJacksons coaster, since I divided 29 by 153, it would get a 1.9 out of 10. So the next category is the speed category, and like Steel Vengeance is getting the lower score here. Like, it's not because like in real life Steel Vengeance will be like faster. Like, you think, oh yeah, Steel Vengeance should have a higher score just because like in real life it's faster. But the thing is, CreeperJacksons coaster is not in a real life coaster, it is his design. So what I did was just kind of saying how the speed of the whole ride in general in Minecraft would go, and Steel Vengeance, I realized, kind of like stops in some of like the drops, like here, over there, you know, a little bit over here. I think maybe some along, maybe in there somewhere. But yeah, that's why Steel Vengeance got the lower score of 4.5, and you thought on CreeperJacksons coaster we get the like really smooth one. The only thing wrong, like that like doesn't like go exactly fast, there's like this one little part of the drop like where like it doesn't go as fast as the whole drop in general goes, but that's pretty much it. So that's why Steel Vengeance got 4.5 out of 10 and CreeperJacksons coaster got a 9.5 out of 10. Now we got the duration category. So you're probably wondering, like, what am I basing this off of? Well, my longest coaster in the world is Mega Evolution, and that is a 12-minute long coaster. So what I did is I divided how long Steel Vengeance was time like 204, so I did 2.04 and I divided it by 12, so that's how I got 1.7. And then for CreeperJacksons coaster, it was only 39 seconds, so I did 0.39 and I got 0.3. So that's how the score is pretty much. So Steel Vengeance gets this category higher and CreeperJacksons coaster doesn't. Next is the bar category. So like kind of like how good the bars are on the ride. Steel Vengeance, since it's a wooden coaster, you would probably expect the bars would be phenomenal. And let me tell you, Steel Vengeance has a pretty decent set of bars, some nice extra detail around these parts, and the wood kind of going out on the round everywhere, like some extra detail around here. Just mostly in general, Steel Vengeance has a really good set of bars, and kind of like the bars cover up like the inside part here. So definitely Steel Vengeance will definitely get a pretty high score of 9. You're probably wondering, like, well, why did CreeperJacksons coaster get a lower score? Because I realized when looking at it many times, his bar designs are kind of the same. Like, look around, like the same design for a lot of this around here, and I kind of find that lame. So that's why CreeperJackson, I gave him a 7 out of 10, because like it's not like the bars like look bad, I just find it lame that he like repeated like the same bar design. So that's why CreeperJacksons is getting the lower score in this one. Next category we have is the waiting line. And like CreeperJacksons waiting line, like waiting line's not really like there's nothing really wrong with it, but like the reason why it has a lower score because the little theming that he has in the waiting line, I suppose if you count this as like some part of the waiting line, it's like has vines and pumpkins when you enter in and like the little redstone like dust things everywhere. Not really that good of theming, but when you look at Steel Vengeance, you can see that we have a nice huge V, CP, and S letters, really huge waiting line. It has a roof over it, so maybe if it was raining or something, you would not get like rained on, obviously. And another roof area for this other waiting line area, and even has like 205 feet and 74 miles per hour, which is how tall and fast it's gonna be in real life. And yeah, the waiting line is just pretty much in general, like if it was like a really popular ride, it would understand why it'd be a huge waiting line. So Steel Vengeance does a pretty good job of the waiting line. That's why I'm giving it a high score of 8 out of 10. The reason why it's like not 10 out of 10 because like it could use more theming. So yeah, that's why Steel Vengeance is 8 out of 10 and CreeperJacksons is 6 out of 10. Next is the lighting category. What I mean by lighting is how well it is lit up at night, as you can see. So obviously Steel Vengeance is going to get a perfect 10 out of 10. Waiting line's lit up, the logo is lit up, so the whole waiting line's lit up. The loading station is lit up, the whole freaking ride is lit up, all the bars are lit up, pretty much everything about Steel Vengeance except the scenery of the trees is lit up. Like the reason why it's like a 10 out of 10 and like instead of like a 9 out of 10 is because scenery is the trees, so that's kind of like trees have a different category than lighting, so that's why it's still gonna be a 10 out of 10. But if you look at CreeperJackson's coaster, you can see, oh yeah, Luigi, CreeperJackson has some lighting. Why aren't you giving him a 10 out of 10? Well, as you can see, I do lighting for the bars and the track. But look at CreeperJackson. There's some very dark spots in some of the bars. That's because the reason why is because he has no lighting on the bars, so yeah, and some parts of his loading station ain't lit up. This part of the waiting line ain't lit up. Like but yeah, even like this part right here is not even lit up. So that's why CreeperJackson got a lower score of 7 out of 10. And now we've got the loading station category. And CreeperJacksons and Steel Vengeance's on loading station is just kind of plain. Like he has his loading station kind of something themed like this for his other coaster he has over there. It's kind of like something related to this, so it's just kind of a plain loading station, not really that much interesting about it. And like Steel Vengeance also kind of has a plain loading station if you look at it. He has a nice, I guess, designed rooftop, but other than that, if you look inside of it, not that much. So that's why both of them are getting a 4 out of 10. Next category is the theming. I feel like Steel Vengeance doesn't really have much theme to it. I guess you could supposedly say it's kind of Western themed. Like we kind of have like that S and all this in here in the loading station and stuff like that. But it's not really like themed to it, but there's like a little theming, so I'll give it a 2 out of 10. And CreeperJackson, you thought like, oh yeah, CreeperJackson definitely has a lot more theming. Well, if you look at it like normally, this is all his theming. You got the pumpkins, you got the like vines, you got all the redstone dust. That's pretty much it. And a little bush here, I guess, and a little cage area. And like Pink Pearl, shoutouts to her, said like the theming is kind of like a futuristic theme. I don't really see how it's a futuristic scene. Like, tell me guys in the comments if you think it's a futuristic theme, but I don't think it's a futuristic theme. It'd probably be more like theme, like since it's like a creepy kind of theme, like with the blood and ghosts and vines and stuff like that. So even like the skeleton skulls, it would probably be like, I guess since it's white and gray, it'd probably be a ghost kind of theme, but not really too much good at theming, so that's why CreeperJackson only got a 3 out of 10 for that. Next, we have the logo category, and obviously you can tell Steel Vengeance has this category. 10 out of 10. The logo is amazing. Like in the animation at the end of it, like the logo slides up and goes up, so that's kind of like the logo sliding up right there and then going up to there. So it even has the huge S and V of the CP representing Cedar Point and the SV representing Steel Vengeance. Amazing logo, lights up amazingly. It's nice, has fence around it just to make sure you don't and I get out of bounds of it. But yes, the Steel Avengers logo is definitely a 10 out of 10. But if you look at CreeperJacksons logo, we go over here, there's like not even really a logo. I guess if you consider like the pumpkins and this little sign here a logo, it's not really a logo. So that's why CreeperJackson is getting a pretty low score of 0.5 out of 10. Next, we have an interesting category that I wanted to do called the lag category. As Pink Pearl said, like, she said, oh, the ride is so friggin' smooth. And I'm like, what's your definition of smooth? And it's like, it's not laggy. And she's definitely right about this. This ride, when I rode it, like, probably about 3 times, it was not laggy at all. So, definitely, CreeperJackson gets a perfect 10 out of 10 for lag. There's not much lag at all, so... And Steel Vengeance is going to get a 7 out of 10. Like, a lot of parts of the ride, there's not much lag, but if I kind of, like, fly through this part here, sometimes, like, I kind of lag a little bit. And, like, some parts of the ride, when I ride it, I lag a little bit. So, like, not much, like, that much lag for this kind of wooden roller coaster, but it's definitely going to get a lower score. So that's why Steel Vengeance got a 7 out of 10 for lag. And I was talking about this in a different category, the scenery, when I was talking about the lighting category. So definitely Steel Vengeance has really good like scenery around it. You have all the trees around it. You got all the grass and flowers in the middle of it. Trees kind of like around the loading station where it's appropriate. And you got like trees not here because so you can see like how long the line would be if you looked in there. So that like that's also a good little extra detail, but even like some animals in there as well. Yeah. The reason why it's not a 9 out of 10, I was going to say, is because we don't know if Cedar Point's going to put trees in the middle of the ride, so that's why maybe I needed more scenery, but that's why it kind of got 9 out of 10. And then if we go to CreeperJackson's coaster, oh look, no grass around it, no trees around it. Like, the reason why it got a 1 out of 10, because it's only little scenery, I guess you can say, is this little bush right here. Not much scenery at all. And once again, I'm saying this is like when I am making these videos, not much scenery. So definitely CreeperJackson's getting a 1 out of 10. And then pretty much overall experience. So this kind of like considers like the final like point tally. So obviously Steel Vengeance has won the coaster fight, because what I did is I kind of like added all the numbers out of 10 by and then divided it by 120, because since there's 12 categories and all the 10s would equal 120. So at the end I got 5.8 out of 10 and I got a 4.2 out of 10 for overall experience. So obviously Steel Vengeance has a pretty good overall experience, like nice height, not really too good speed, duration's pretty good, bars are really good, waiting line's really good, lighting is amazing, loading station is kind of good. And theming, logo is freaking amazing. Lag is kind of bad, but not that bad. And scenery is also really good. And then for CreeperJackson's coaster, height not so good. Speed is definitely really good. Duration not as good. Bars like they're not as good, but still pretty good. Waiting line not as good, but still like decent. Then lighting, still like good, but needs lighting on the bars. Then loading station is just as plain as Steel Vengeance is. Its theming is a little more than Steel Vengeance, so that's kind of good. And then the logo, no really logo at all, so that's really bad. Lag is like no lag at all, so that's really good. And then the scenery, not that good also. I added all those up, divided by 120. There's a 4.2 for CreeperJackson's coaster. So once again, Steel Vengeance has won the coaster fight. And sorry if I wasn't moving there, because I was looking at the sheet where I was rating everything, so I make sure I was saying it right. So yeah, definitely this didn't win. This coaster has won the coaster fight. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next coaster fight. Bye.